have somebody to give us? Can you have somebody to give us a recap of what we looked at last time? Yes, Daniela.
We looked at how to select a good business idea. We also looked at the definition of business opportunities and factors one should have to run a successful business.
Okay, thank you very much. Can you remind us one factor?
Factor.
Yes.
Factor one should have to run a successful business. They must have demand and market. Capital must be there. They should ability of resources, ability of required skills, and they should be competitive.
Okay, thank you. And those are the factors for a successful business or for a good business opportunity. So to call a business opportunity good, it must have the market, capital must be there, the skills needed must be, among others. So the next step, what we are going to have today. Madam Change, good morning. Yes, Atkunda.
Teacher, I wanted to just Teacher, I just wanted to add that last time you left us with a question that said, look around your community and figure out the products that may be on demand 10 to 15 years to come.
Yes, you can answer.
For me, what I saw from my community were maybe like phones and computers. Yeah, that's what I found.
Okay, thank you. That is true. At Kunda, our D4.
Yes, teacher. There are things like houses and apartments, because on that point of phones and computers, I think in the future they are going to be like better ones, better than the ones we have right now. Just like the ones we have right now are better than the ones that used to be like 5 years ago.
Oh, thank you for the research. Yes, we may have better computer, or we may be using maybe watches, I don't know, but they will be there, but they will be better.
Yeah, for me, I think non-policing bags, because the government may put a policy against it, so that community will need non-policing bags.
Okay, thank you. That's true. Any other?
Excuse me, teacher. I've just joined the meeting. Can you please tell me where we are? Because I'm kind of lost.
We are reviewing what we looked at last time.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay, teacher, I wanted to add more things that are not.
Yes, pardon?
I wanted to add more points that I had written.
Yes, tell us.
Okay, I wrote land, houses and apartments, then original copies of books, because books from, okay, I was also kind of looking at the past, 5 years ago, there are some books which are selling at high prices, like the original copy. Then I think some animals which may be rare in the future, because animals are really getting extinct. They may be people may need it in the future for high prices. Then I also wrote different cultural materials like spears, beads, and those things. Those cultural things.
Okay, thank you. Miss Chin, you can take us from there. Yes, Angela, what do you have to say?
Some of the future products, some of the products and services that will be like on sale in the future, I think will be health and beauty products, because these days many people tend to get heart complications and so on. So
Okay.
health products, I think, will really, like, such as tea, such as, like, green tea and all that, so at high prices, and there'll be a grade for them because of these complications. Then also gyms, because the same issue, people tend to want to keep fit, to keep diseases such as heart disease, which are becoming very common these days.
Very beautiful. Thank you, dear. So on that note, from that discovery, I hope it is helping you to understand the kind of businesses you would like to open up when you grow up or when you get, and the kind of courses you're likely to take on for your future employment, for your future enterprises. Yes, Angela, your hand is still up. What do you have to tell us?
I'm sorry, I left her by mistake.
Miss Change, can you please help us start from there? And our new topic is market survey today. Okay, let's continue. Who can help us give us the definition of a market survey? Yes, you need.
A market survey is a process of finding out information about the characteristics of a good business opportunity.
Yes. So with market survey, you have to carry out what we call market survey in order to come up with a good business opportunity or a good business idea. You have to carry out what we call market survey, and you find out what exactly people want and where to locate, the kind of goods you can produce, which type, which color, all those they are developed from the market survey as we carry out the market survey. Then let us have the factors we considered as we carry out the market survey.
Excuse me, teacher.
Can
they please repeat the definition for market survey?
Okay.
Okay. A market survey is a process of finding out information about characteristics of a good business opportunity.
Okay, so as we carry out the market
Can you please
survey,
repeat it one last time?
A market survey is
can you display? Unia, can you display the screen? Can you show the screen, Unia?
Teacher, I don't think that can be possible. I don't have the textbook.
Okay, I thought you could take a picture. It's okay.
Chakame can display.
Display?
But first you have to give me the rights, because it's only saying only hosts can share this meeting.
Okay, let's have Unia repeating for us the definition as we write.
A market survey is a process of finding out information about the characteristics of a good business opportunity.
Pardon.
Pardon?
Could you please repeat?
A market survey is the process of finding out information of a good business opportunity.
No,
Okay, thank
it
you.
says characteristics. You forgot characteristics. Is the process of finding out information about the characteristics of a good business opportunity.
Miss Chin, your hand is up. What do you have to tell us? Okay, Tendo, what do you have to tell us?
I just wanted to ask her to repeat the definition.
Pardon?
I just wanted to ask you definition.
Unia, people are writing. Can you repeat the definition?
Okay, teacher. A market survey is the process of finding out information about the characteristics of a good business opportunity. It is the process of finding out information about the characteristics of a good business opportunity.
Yeah, so you carry out the Unia, can you also read us the next heading there?
Teacher,
Yes.
you can't see the screen.
Let me see.
Well, me, I can't see because I've just shared it.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
We can see it now, eh?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Yep. I take it to the next page.
Yes.
Yeah. That's right. It's that one. So can you see it?
Not clear.
Yes.
Yeah,
I zoom in. Eh?
Okay,
It's not clear.
So let me take another snap.
But the heading there is the importance or benefits of conducting a market survey.
Then it's clear.
Okay, importance of conducting a market survey. Can we discuss them?
Then it's clear.
Do you think carrying out a market survey is important? Yes, Chirabo.
Some of the importances of carrying out a market survey is that they enable the entrepreneur to identify the needs of the customers in terms of quality and quantity.
Very good. So you get to know the kind of quality and the kind of quantity your customers will need as you carry out the market survey. Thank you. Charity.
A market survey enables the entrepreneur to know at what price to put the items he or she is selling. But if you move around and ask people the prices for their items, then you base on that to also put a price for your item.
Yes. So as you carry out the market survey, you get to know the kind of price you can set for your goods. Like some customers are willing to buy at a very high price, and some are willing to buy at a low price. So as you carry out your market survey, you get to know whether goods of high quality, high price, or of low price. Yes, Grace. Yes, Grace.
A market survey enables an entrepreneur to know the competitor's weaknesses and strengths.
Okay. You get to know who are your competitors, what are their strengths, how can you outcompete them. You can get all that as you carry out the market survey. Yes, can we have Angela? Yes, Gabriela. Anna.
A market survey enables one to know customers' needs in terms of quality and quantity.
Okay, thank you, Charity.
A market survey enables the entrepreneur to get a strategic area on where to locate the business.
Very good. So you get to know where you can strategically locate your business. So we have location, we have quality, quantity, price. Then Nakamate. Oh, Ketra.
Teacher, it's Katrina, and
Okay,
it
Katrina,
enables an entrepreneur to know the number of people who buy the product and how often.
Okay, so you get to know how often your customers can buy your product. Then we have Hope Chirabo.
You get to know what the customers need, what that area needs the most.
Yes, you get to know the customers' needs. Helen Makombi.
It helps the person to identify their business competitors, their strengths, and their weaknesses.
Yes, you get to know and understand your competitors. Queen.
So can you say
How to start, manage a business?
How to manage their business?
In a market survey.
Queen, you're not clear.
Teacher, can you say one gets to know how to get and the source of raw materials?
Good. Yeah, you get to know where to get the raw materials from as you carry out the market survey. Atwine, Stacy.
It helps an entrepreneur to know the goods that are in demand in a community.
Yes, you get to know the kind of business that is demanded in the community. Daniela.
Helps one to locate their business in terms of security and demand for goods.
Yes, it helps in location of the business. In terms of security, you have to locate your business where there is security. Very good. Any more benefits or importance of carrying out market survey? So conducting a market survey, carrying out a market survey involves collecting and using market information in order to determine the market for the product.
Teacher, come again.
Carrying out the market survey. I'm reading what is on screen, eh? Carrying out the
Anna,
market
please
survey.
mute.
Carrying out a market survey involves collecting and using market information in order to determine the market for the goods and also identify its problems. Through market survey, entrepreneur is able to find out the potential market for the So all that is there, all what is there is a summary of what we have discussed, the different importances of carrying out market survey. Are you ready now?
Please
Miss
mute
Cindy, are you
your
ready now?
microphone.
Please mute your microphone. We can't hear what says.
People, please mute.
Okay, can we continue now?
Yes, teacher.
Can you share the next page? So those are the importance of carrying out a market survey. We have said we have finding out the quality people will need, the quantity people will need, your competitors, the price to set, the location of your business, among others. Unless you have a question on that or another point to add on, we want to go to the next heading. So if you have a question, you can ask. Okay, if there is no question, can we have the next page? Queen, what do you have to say?
So where do they conduct these surveys? In the market? Where?
They conduct the survey in the community, in the community where you want to locate your business.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, Miss Change, what do you have to say? Okay, steps in conducting a market survey. We are going to the steps in conducting a market survey. There is a process which we go through as we conduct the market survey. So we are beginning with the first one. I want to read for us. Who can read for us? Yes, Chirabo, hope you can read for us.
At the beginning, you need to know what use the survey will be to your business and what kind of information you are looking for. Before starting the survey, write down the following: where to obtain the information required, the amount of time required, how much money you need, the method you will use to gather information.
Okay, thank you very much. So we have the first one is selecting the product for which the market survey is to be done. So that means That means you have to first find out the kind of product you want to sell to your people. Let me say you want to sell t-shirts, and so that is your product. So you must have the product on which you're going to carry out the market survey on. Yes. Can we continue?
So I was asking what we are talking.
We are on the steps we consider as we carry out the market survey. Steps we go through as we carry out the market survey. They're on screen. So the first one is selecting the product for which the market survey is to be done. The work is on screen.
42.
Choosing the target area where the survey of a given product is to be done. So after selecting the product, maybe you want to sell t-shirts to the people in the community, then you choose that target area where exactly you want to sell the t-shirts. Is it in schools? Is it just door to door, moving from one house to house? So you select the target area. Is it the youth or the old people? So you select the target area, then selecting the appropriate method to use in the market survey. So you choose the appropriate method. Are you going to use questionnaires? Are you going to just observe? Are you going to interview? You go ahead and select the appropriate method. Developing the data collected about the price, product, positioning, and promotion. So as you carry out, after selecting the method, as you use those methods, you're gathering different information on price, product, positioning, promotion. So as you do that, you write down the data, you develop the data. Then you analyze the market. You analyze the market strategy, which the entrepreneur comes up with. You analyze based on the data you have collected. You can sit down and analyze the market strategy. Then next is assessing the feasibility and viability of the selected product in the market. So also that you depend on the information you have collected from the market, and then you assess the feasibility. Feasibility means will I be able to implement the business using the available resources? And viability means will I be able to get profits from the business? So that is you assessing the feasibility and the viability of the selected product in the market. So any question on that?
Excuse me, teacher.
Excuse.
How do you develop the data collected?
How do you develop the method? Akunda, I want to answer. Atkonda.
No, teacher, I wanted to ask another question. Yes? Teacher, I wanted to ask that here on steps in conducting a market survey, they said selecting the product for which the market survey is to be done. But here, like in the importance of conducting a market survey, you said you get to know like the business, which is like on high demand. So if you want to sell t-shirts and then like you're conducting your market survey and then they say that, like it's an interview and the people are like, we don't like t-shirts, but we like food. So does that mean you have to change just because of that?
Yes, but when you're carrying out the market survey, before you carry out the market survey, you must go with something you want to sell to people. you want to talk to. So selecting the product doesn't mean that it is really the product you're going to produce, but it means you're information about that, such that you can make changes about that, exact product. Is it clear? Then how do we develop the method?
Sure, I said the data, like point number 4, where they say developing the data collected about the price, product, positioning, and promotion. How do you develop it? Is it by putting
Teacher,
the,
can I answer that?
like starting up the business?
Teacher, can I answer that?
Yes, answer.
I think what you mean by developing the data, I think you write it down and you put all the information you've collected in like the squares of prices, prices of the product, positioning and promotion. Like you basically write a report down of what you've gotten.
Beautiful. So that's it. You sit down and write all the information you have collected, like you're writing a report. Thank you. Any other?
Yes, teacher.
Point of assessing the feasibility and viability of the selected product in the market, especially feasibility.
Feasibility. So what do you have to say?
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
I think feasibility means whether you'll be able to put the information you've collected from the market survey into practice. That's what I think.
Feasibility means being able to implement the selected business use
okay, not the cheat, because the cheat
process.
herself was G with Megan. She did.
Teacher, please repeat.
Being able to implement the selected business using the available resources. So as you carry out the market survey, you get to know whether you have the resources you need, whether there is the source of raw materials you will need to produce. So you get to know whether your business you have selected you will be able to implement it using the available resources. Yes, Nanyans, what do you have to tell us? Nanyans?
Sorry.
Yes, our Dipa, what do you have to say?
Nothing.
Okay. So can we continue? If they don't have any question on the process, so that is the process. We select the product, we choose the target area, we select the appropriate method, we develop the data, we analyze the market strategy, and we assess whether the business will be implemented and whether it will be profitable. Preparation for conducting a market survey. At the beginning, you need to know what to use what kind of information you are looking for. Before starting the survey, write down the following. Write where to obtain the information required, the amount of time required, how much money you will need, the method you will use to gather the information. So as you prepare to carry out the market survey, that is what is you have to prepare for. So the next page there says there are a number of commonly used methods for collecting market information, and these include interviewing. Who can talk about interviewing before we go to another one? Who can talk about interview? If you have ever used it, or you can explain to us what interview is. Petra.
Interviewing is basically like asking a person questions and then they give you like their point of view.
Okay, very good. So interviewing is all about interacting with people, asking them their view, asking them different questions. So as they give you that information, you write down your findings, and then you base that one to draw a conclusion. Chirabo, what do you have to say?
Teacher, it was the same thing.
Okay, thank you. So can we continue? Then can we have somebody to read for us interviewing?
Interviewing the respondents. You can find out many things by talking to people. Interviewing is like a conversation with people where you ask them for information or their opinions.
Okay, good. Then we go to observation. Who can read for us observation?
Observation. Collect information by looking on the areas you are interested in and for which you would like to get some information. Listening or studying how things work and watching what happens. As you observe, you need to write down your findings so that you can carefully study them later. You can observe by taking notes, using a video recorder, or taking photographs.
Okay, thank you. So observation, these days it has been improved. You can use your phone, you can use your camera as you observe, and later you sit down and write the information from what you have observed. Then let us have somebody take us through questionnaire.
Questionnaire. A questionnaire is a document with a list of questions where you can ask people to complete with or without assistance from you. It allows one to collect a great deal of information and can be given to many people. People can be guided on how to complete the questionnaire, or they can do it on their own.
Okay, so the questionnaire is like that you write down different questions and you give out people to answer. And as they answer, they are giving you the information you're looking for. That is questionnaire. So there are the methods we can use. Any other methods which you feel we are leaving behind, which you can add on? Yes, Chirabo. Chirabo, what do you have to say? Okay, can we have somebody to take us through the tips of conducting market survey?
Tips for conducting a market survey. Be patient and persistent. Record information immediately after visits. If you are talking to competitors, possess as a potential customer. Pause, not possess.
Pardon? Are they all clear to you?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes, you are excused.
Now the point for pause as a potential customer. If you've gone, like for example, you're selling tomatoes, because you have to go with your own product as you sell, and then you go to a competitor. Won't they know that already you're selling tomatoes, so you can't be a customer?
You of course you pose to those who don't know you. And remember, you haven't started this business, you're just getting information about the business you want to start. So they may not get to know that you are the competitor. They may just give you the information freely. Tendo, what do you have to
Excuse me.
Yes, Charity.
Yeah, I'm asking, let's say one is starting up a business, maybe you want to start a restaurant, and like you go to other restaurants and buy food and test the food to see the quality, and you also buy to see how much they sell each. What kind of method is that, whereby you may not ask, but you buy the product and see its quality and its quantity and the price? What method is that?
That one can go under observation. But we have looked at the tips where they are saying you pose to be the customer. So in that you're posing to be a customer. Esther Murungi, what do you have to say? Murungi, Esther, what do you have to say? Yes. Can we have the next page?
Boy, what Akili? Yes, Akili. Okay.
Okay, somebody to read us the presentation of the market survey information.
Can I read? Gathering the information you need. Presentation of a market survey information. Findings in a written report.
Because you was jumping on the bed.
After gathering the information you need, analyze the information and then prepare the findings in a written report.
That's someone's being.
Information gathered will guide you in preparing and writing a business plan if it shows that the business will be profitable.
Okay, thank you. Continue.
Activity of integration. Generate 10 business ideas. Select one business opportunity and design a market survey, guide or questionnaire you will use to carry out a market survey. Visit the area you have identified and carry out a market survey. Write a report of your market survey.
Okay, so we have the activity of integration there. Let us rephrase it to make sure that we can do something from there. So they are telling us to generate a business idea. So this time we are going to generate only one business idea. Or you select one business opportunity or idea and design a market survey, guide or questionnaire, which you will use to carry out the market survey. Then you write a report. So we are going to just design a questionnaire. Since we cannot move to our communities, now we can just design a questionnaire.
Excuse me, teacher.
So we are going, yes, you are excused.
So do we have to first generate the 10 business ideas, then like write the questionnaire, or?
Of course, you because in our first step, they said you select a product. So here you're selecting the business idea on which you want to interview or you want to gather information on. So you must have the business idea. Then Pardon?
Excuse me, teacher. What are we going to do in the activity of integration? We are only generating one business idea and then we design a market survey. That's all we do, eh?
Yes.
Okay.
So what about the fourth part that says write a report of your market survey presentation?
The report may not be for us because we are not actually going to carry out the market survey because we can't do any business. But if you are able to also apply that questionnaire somewhere, maybe on your parents, and they are able to answer, then you can write a report.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. Esther, your hand is still up.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes, you're excused.
Just are we like supposed to visit the area?
Pardon? Pardon? Grace.
I can't hear you.
Huh? So at the end of the lesson, I'll display the different the sample of a questionnaire which you can base on to also develop yours. But before I display that, can we also share the challenges as we conduct the market survey? The challenges we may face as we carry out the market survey. Yes,
Me, teacher. I think illiteracy is one of them. Like if you're using like excuse me, teacher. I was saying one of the challenges faced while carrying out the market survey is illiteracy. If you're using the questionnaire method and like in the area that people are not well educated, when you give them the questionnaire, it may not be easy for them to understand what is on it. And even when you explain, they may not understand so easily. That is one of the challenges that can be faced when conducting a market survey.
Thank you very much. It is true. Any other?
Yes, teacher, another problem can be language barrier. Let us say you're interviewing a person and for you to speak English while the person speaks Uganda. Like it will be hard for the person you're interviewing to understand what you're saying and for you to understand what the person is saying to you. Language barrier.
Teacher.
Thank you. Language barrier is true.
Excuse me, I have one. In case you're using observations, and observation, you have to move around that area. So in case you don't have a good means of transport, harsh weather conditions can be a problem.
Very good. Any other?
Teacher. I think also poor transport. Poor transport can also be a problem if you are passing in bad roads. Yeah, like muddy roads, it will be a challenge for you.
Yeah, it's true.
Excuse me, teacher. I'm not so sure of this one. What if you say rude people? Like you find someone and you give him the questionnaire and he's like, why are you giving me this? Why do you want me to answer this? So can it also be a problem, like rude people?
And cooperative people, if people are not cooperative, it is a challenge. Thank you. Chirabo, Hope.
Sorry, I left my hand up.
Oh,
You're welcome.
Yes, Nakalioa.
Also, can ignorance also work, like ignorance of people?
Yes, we have seen that.
Excuse me, teacher. How about like you getting lost when you're going through the market and you're going to town and you end up getting lost in those places if you don't know the area very well?
And that one we can have it maybe as where under which developed infrastructure.
How about hostile community?
Pardon?
Like the community, like they don't like you people, like have a hostile community. Like the community is
I've
hostile.
tried to display. I don't know whether they are clear there. The points are there. I don't know whether they are clear there.
They are clear.
They're kind of faded.
Yes, and we also have a sample of a questionnaire there.
So you've cut
So
some
we have
information on
language
the questionnaire.
Let me first give you this language differences,
Teacher?
limited inadequate skills to handle data collection, inadequate communication facilities, limited cooperation from consumers, changes in demographic factors like age, resistance from competitors, insecurity or instability in some areas, and underdeveloped infrastructure.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes, you are excused.
Can you please post this on the Google Classroom?
Yes, I'm going to do that.
Teacher, can you please explain the one of changes in demographic factors like age?
Yes, we have demographic factors. Demographic factor is big. It may be change in sex, change in population, change in age, change in population size. So all those affects the information you're collecting. Maybe you collected this month when let me say that the target area, the target customers were young people, were babies. Now, by the time you implement the business, they may be all already youth. So if if the population keeps on changing, it may affect the results you have gathered. I hope it is clear. Namagembe, what do you have to say?
Can I give an example?
Kind of went off now. Maybe like it's kind of the whole lesson I didn't study it, but I was trying to keep up because I know you were on the market side. Teacher, can you hear me? I was saying that I went off. I didn't learn most of the lesson, but I was trying to keep up. And I found on the market survey that I was asking if you have an activity or something like that, because I've just rejoined. I had joined, but I went off. So I had just rejoined. I just asked me if you have an activity or you've stopped somewhere else.
Namagembe, what do you have to say?
Teacher, I said that I said that I didn't join. I didn't study the whole of this lesson, but okay, I joined, but I went up because of the internet. But I was asking that you have an activity or something like that, and I was just asking where did you
The activity already, the activity is displayed. We are going to the questionnaire, and I've displayed the sample, but you can sit down and also cast a question.
Shall I lost you? Not stable.
No. It's not clear.
Questionnaire.
Excuse me, teacher. Excuse me, teacher.
Yes. Your questionnaire must have the address of the business, then a brief background.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
Which textbook
Excuse
are you
me,
using?
teacher. Can you put the questionnaire like
Excuse me,
right?
teacher, which textbook are you using?
It's not the one you are using. This one, I'm just giving you a sample.
Can I please just know the name of the textbook?
No, it's not for your consumption. It is just a different book, but I'm just giving you the questionnaire you can revoke.
So teacher, we are going to do that.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
It's not clear.
It's not clear.
You've cut some part of the questionnaire. We are only seeing half of it.
The words are faint.
And it's not clear.
Teacher, place it in landscape mode.
Yes, thank you, teacher. But the letters are faint.
Yes, they're faint. Just read through to get an idea of what you're going to develop.
Okay. Excuse me, teacher. Are we just like designing a questionnaire, or we are also supposed to go and return area and collect information?
No, we are just
Corona. Pardon.
Teacher, I can't see your screen.